This video gives you some simple techniques to help you get started solving Sudokion. First, we should check the rules. We'll see that in this Sudokion 6, we need to place the numbers 1 to 6 in every row, every column, and every cluster, including the green fragmented cluster. There's often more than one way to commence a puzzle, and to get started, we need to look at the overall shape to see how we might begin a logical process of eliminating numbers from individual cells, and identifying numbers that are duplicated can be a good starting point. So let's see how, through simple elimination, we can place a 4 in this yellow cell here. If we look at the shape of this yellow cluster, we can see that we can't place 4s in these yellow cells here because there's already a 4 in this column, so the 4 must go here. Now we can confirm this by looking down this second column here, by noting that we can't have 4s in these white cells here or in this green cell, and our 4 has to go here. Now let's use elimination in a slightly more complex way to put a 3 in this green cell here. First of all, we need to look down this second column here, and we'll note that we can't have a 3 in this green cell, so our 3 must go in one of these cells, and we can use our notes function to indicate that. Going back to this first column here, we'll see that we can't have a 3 in these yellow cells because there's already a 3 in the yellow cluster, and we can't have a 3 here because a 3 must go in one of these white cells here in the white cluster, so we can be confident and put our 3 in that green cell there. Another technique we can use is where there is only one number that can go in a particular cell because all the other numbers of the puzzle appear in the surrounding columns, rows, or clusters. Let's look at this green cell here. We can't have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 5, or a 6, so it must be a 4. The last solving technique I'd like to share with you is where, because of the shapes of the clusters, it can help us if we notionally divide a puzzle into various sections. Let me show you what I mean. If we think about placing an imaginary line along the bottom of that second row, we can see where the 1s must go in these 2 top rows, and we can indicate this with our notes function. Now we'll see that we must have 1s in either the yellow cluster or the white cluster in those top rows, and therefore we can't have 1s in either of these green fragmented cells. We can't have a 1 here, so the only remaining place for our 1 in the green cells is down here. This now means that we can go back and indicate where our 1s must go in those 2 top rows. Where to now? Let's complete this yellow cluster. We can't have a 6 here, there's already 1 in that row, so the 6 must go here. The only remaining number for this cluster is a 5, and it must go here. Let's complete this column, and we need to place a 2 down here. If we look down this column, we can't place a 2 in any of these white cells, so it must go here. We can complete this row with a 5 in there. This is exactly what we're trying to achieve, looking for opportunities to complete rows, to complete columns, and to complete clusters. At this point, this puzzle almost solves itself. Although you could probably have solved this particular puzzle without resorting to all of the techniques I've outlined, knowing about them will certainly help you get started solving the many different types of Sudokion. And you can find all of our puzzles on our website, www.sudokion.com.